Hello darts fans, it's that time again. I'm Dan Dawson with the Sportsman looking ahead to the Premier League darts. Now normally I'm in some random park or outside one of the venues, but it's absolutely tipping it down outside. So I've brought it indoors to preview night 15, the penultimate night of league action. It comes from the steel city of Sheffield, and the race is still very, very hard fought for those spots at the O2. We're going to see Rob Cross there, we're going to see Michael van Gerwen there after last week's results up in Manchester, and what a set of results we saw. Now, we said back against MVG. We've done that a few times and it's worked for us, and it worked again. We went on a handicap with Daryl Gurney, who made it 3 wins out of 3 against MVG, an incredible record. Nobody done that since Phil Taylor, but we went on the handicap and that got us a win at 8-5. Now, if you had backed the full win, it was 11-2, massive odds. We said to back Rob Cross against Michael Smith as well, and that romped home. He was superb, Rob Cross, finished with 311 darters, so that was another win for us at 10-11. We were let down though, and we were let down rather annoyingly, because we said that Mensur Suljovic hadn't been playing great, and we thought that Peter Wright could cause an upset more than 2-1. Now, Mensur didn't play particularly well, but Peter Wright still let us down, and he was beaten 8-6. The other game was the Gerwyn Price game. Now, we thought that'd go long. We thought that it was going to be tight either way, but Gerwyn Price just seemed... something was wrong with him. He just seemed annoyed right from the very start of the game. He seemed to accuse James Wade of stamping his feet, which didn't appear to be going on stage, and it seemed a distraction. He only averaged about 89 in that game, Gerwyn Price, which is one of the poorest displays we've seen from him this year. Now, even so, it went 12 legs, but we needed it to go another couple. So, alright, 2 wins, 2 losses. It's another frustrating one, but there are still opportunities to make money. In fact, we have been making money all the way through this Premier League. We just want another one of those golden weeks where everything lands and the accumulator comes in. So, in the penultimate night of league stage action, with Rob Cross looking to secure his place at the top of the table and beat MVG to the top of the league standings for the first time and secure a £25,000 prize, where are we going to look? Well, we start with the opening game, Michael Smith versus James Wade. Now, I can only see one winner here. Michael Smith is 7-4, you've got the draw at 15-4, and James Wade at 21-20. Now, I know that is not particularly enticing odds at pretty much even money, but Michael Smith has lost to Wadey repeatedly. He's lost a couple of finals this year. He's lost a semi-final this year. He has only won 1 in the last 15 games over 5 years. And Michael Smith said to us, I just cannot beat that man. And when that's stuck up there, surely he's not going to overcome it when he already knows that he's got nothing really to play for apart from a few grand. He's not going to make it to the O2. He's just come off a heavy defeat from Rob Cross, and James Wade surely is going to basically secure his spot at the O2 in the playoffs, looking to win this title 10 years after he first won it. So I'm backing Wadey in that opening game of the night. Then we get to see Mensur Suljovic versus Rob Cross. Now, Mensur seemed to have a bit of a grip on Rob Cross. They were quite tight games, but he kept on winning. He won a whole load in a row last year, and he won in the Premier League in Rotterdam when he was way, way behind. Rob Cross was dominating that game and then just could not hit any more doubles. He's finally ended that little jinx, Rob Cross, and he beat Mensur in a close game, admittedly, on the European Tour just a few weeks ago. I think that has broken the jinx, and I expect Rob Cross, with the number 1 spot in his nostrils, to charge towards it and win against Mensur Suljovic. You're looking at 9-4 Mensur, 4-5 for Rob Cross. I just think Mensur's not been playing well enough, consistently enough, to stop the world number 2 going to the top of the table and staying there. He might even be a couple of points clear come the end of the night. Daryl Gurney against Gerwyn Price is the big game of the night. Daryl Gurney, the players' champion, the man who has beaten MVG 3 times in a row, but he has still got work to do if he's going to make it to the O2 for the first time in his career. Gerwyn Price, now, he had that letdown of a performance against James Wade. Most of the time this year, when he's had a bad display, he has bounced straight back, and it is tempting at 6-4, but I can't look past Super Chin. I just think that he's playing such a solid game right now. Even though the head-to-head stats point towards Gerwyn Price, Daryl Gurney's only won a couple of games, but they were semi-finals. One of them was recently. I just think I'm tempted by that 13-10 price, and I still think that Daryl Gurney, as an 80-1 shot at the start of the tournament to go and win the title, is a fantastic each-way bet. I think whoever wins that goes on and makes the O2. I think it's going to be Daryl Gurney. As for Michael van Gerwen, he takes on Peter Wright. Now, Peter Wright, I thought there were signs. Well, there were signs. going into last week that Peter Wright had recaptured a bit of form. He threw the highest average of the year on the Pro Tour, averaging 114 midweek last week. But it was poor again in the Premier League. He could have beaten Mensur Suljovic. He was there for the taking and he could not do it. I just don't see how he's going to stop Michael van Gerwen. I know it's 2-7 for MVG to go and win it, but it would be a 56th win for Michael van Gerwen in his career against Peter Snakebite Rice, the man who should have won this title a couple of years ago but lost out to MVG in the final. I just don't think he's got that much more to give in this particular Premier League season. Don't write Peter Wright off. He is going to do stuff. He's going to win stuff over the next couple of years. I just don't know how much, and I just don't think there's enough in this Premier League campaign for him to recapture it in the last couple of weeks. So, if you're looking at an accumulator, I'll be looking at James Wade, Rob Cross, Daryl Gurney and Michael van Gerwen. They are the four favourites. Daryl Gurney, a particularly narrow favourite, it has to be said, but they are the four favourites. If you put them in an ACCA, you're looking at a 10-1 shot. In Sheffield, I think that Rob Cross is still going to be top of the table, but I also think that Daryl Gurney, our 80-1 outsider for the title at the start of the tournament, is going to put himself in position to get to the O2, and after that, anything can happen.